Good morning, students. Today I am going to start unit number 5, which is named as matrices. The term matrix was first coined by great British mathematician Joseph Sylvester about 1860. Then matrix was first introduced by English mathematician Cayley Hamilton about 1860. It is just representation of numbers in rows and columns. It has wide applications for solving the system of linear equations, which will be very useful for the concepts like curve fitting, probability, mechanics, and so on. So first of all, let me define matrix. It is an arrangement of mn numbers in m rows and n columns, which obey certain operations. Symbolically, matrix is represented by this capital A is equal to, so this is first row A11, A12, dash A1n, A21, A22, A2n, A dash AM1, AM2, dash AMN, or it may be represented by capital A is equal to A suffix ij, where I varies from 1 to dash m, j varies from 1 to dash n. Then in your 12th standard, you people have studied simple information regarding the matrix, just a definition, then types of the matrices and how to apply them for solving the system of linear equations. Of course, there are 3 equations in 3 unknowns, and whatever solution you found there, it is a unique solution. Now, in our course, we are going to study the system of linear equation in which there are m equation in n unknowns. M may be equal to n, or m may be less than n, or m may be greater than n. So these 3 types of systems of equations we have to learn in our course now. Then what you learned in your 12th standard regarding how to find inverse of a matrix. To find inverse of a matrix, necessary condition is that matrix should be non-singular. Means determinant of that square matrix should not be 0. Then and then can find inverse of a matrix. Then you know the types of the matrices. First of all, real matrix or complex matrix. A matrix whose all elements are real numbers is called a real matrix. And a matrix whose all elements are the complex numbers is called a complex matrix. Then row matrix. What do you mean row matrix? A matrix having only one row is called a row matrix. That is, a matrix of order 1 by n is called a row matrix. Then what is column matrix? Column matrix A matrix having only one column is called a column matrix. That is, a matrix of order m by 1 is called a column matrix. Then, for example, here, what is the example of row matrix? See, 1, 2, 3, 4. So, this is the matrix of order 1 by 4. Then, what is the column matrix? So, for example, a matrix 1, 2, 3, 4. So, this is the matrix of order 4 by 1. So, this is called as a column matrix. Then, what is zero matrix or null matrix? Symbolically, it is denoted by capital Z. So, if all the entries in the matrix are 0, then it is called as a null matrix. For example, suppose I will take the matrix of order 2 by 2. So, Z2 I will denote it, and so this matrix, so this will be 0, 0, 0, 0. So, this is the null matrix or called as zero matrix. Okay. Then, what is a square matrix? Square matrix and a rectangular matrix. If a matrix in which if number of rows is equal to number of columns in a given matrix, then it is called a square matrix. If number of rows is not equal to number of columns, then it is called as a rectangular matrix. Then, what is called as a diagonal matrix? What is called as a diagonal matrix? It is a square matrix in which all the non-diagonal elements are 0. For example, suppose I will write this matrix A. So, this is equal to 1, 0, 0, 0, then 0, 2, 0, 0, 0, 0, 3, 0, 0, 0, 0, 4. So, this is a diagonal matrix in which all the non-diagonal elements are 0. Then, what is the unit matrix? Unit matrix is a diagonal matrix in which all the diagonal entries are 1. For example, unit matrix, and symbolically it is denoted by capital I. For example, I equal to 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1. So, this is the unit matrix of order 3 by 3. Then, what is called as a upper triangular matrix? Upper triangular matrix. It is a square matrix. It is a square matrix in which all the elements below the principal diagonal are zeros. For example, suppose I will write this matrix A. A. So, this is equal to 1, 2, 3, 0, 4, 5, 0, 0, 6. So, this is the upper triangular matrix in which this is the principal diagonal. All the elements below the principal diagonal are 0. So, therefore, it is called as a upper triangular matrix. Then, what is the lower triangular matrix? It is a square matrix in which all the elements above the principal diagonal are zeros. For example, suppose A equal to this matrix 1, then 0, 0, then 0, 2, 1, 5, 4. So all the elements, this is the principal diagonal, are 0. Therefore, it is called as a lower triangular matrix. Then, in your 12th standard, you people did inverse of a matrix. How to find inverse of a matrix? To find inverse of a matrix, matrix should be non-singular. That means determinant should not be 0. Then, how to find inverse of a matrix? There are two methods. There are three methods. One can find by row transformation, one can find by column transformation, one can find by adjoint method. Okay. Now, in our course, we are going to study how to solve the system of linear equations. In your 12th standard, you people have studied 3 equations in 3 unknowns. That means what you have studied, there are 3 equations. You see a11 x1 plus a12 x2 plus a13 x3 is equal to b1. Then a21 x1 plus a22 x2 plus a23 x3 is equal to b2. Then a31 x1 plus a32 x2 plus a33 x3 is equal to b3. So this is the system of equation, 3 equations in 3 unknowns. Then how to obtain values for x1, x2, x3. System of these equations can be put in the matrix form as a11, a12, a13, a21, a22, a23, a31, a32, a33 into here x1, x2, x3 is equal to b1, b2, b3. So that is ax equal to b. Then you found the solution, hence we can write x equal to a inverse b. Now, to solve the system of equations here, we are going to generalize it. Number of equations and number of unknowns are not necessary to be same. But before that, I have to define what is called as the elementary transformations. Following 3 types of operations performed on any non-zero matrix are known as elementary transformations. First one, interchange of elements of ith row with elements of jth row. So symbolically it is denoted by this one, Ri arrow Rj, or R suffix ij. Likewise, interchange of elements of ith column with jth column. Symbolically, it is denoted by Ci arrow Cj or C suffix ij. This is first elementary transformation. Then second, multiplication to every element of ith row by non-zero scalar k. So that is symbolically it is denoted by k into Ri, or it may be denoted like this, R suffix I into bracket k. Likewise for column we can write k into Ci or Ci into k. Then third elementary transformation is multiplication to every element of jth row by non-zero scalar k and adding them to corresponding elements of ith row. Symbolically, it is denoted by this symbol Ri plus k Rj, or this may be denoted by R suffix ij into bracket k. And likewise for column transformations we can write Ci plus k into Cj or Cij into k. So these three types of operations are known as elementary transformations. So these are useful for getting the rank of a matrix, which is very important role for solving the system of linear equations. Now, to define rank of a matrix, first of all, we would like to understand what is called as minor of a matrix. If capital A suffix m by n be a given non-zero matrix, then it has number of subsquare matrices. Then determinants of these subsquare matrices are called minors of the order same as that of subsquare matrices. For example, suppose I am taking this matrix, this one, 1, 2, minus 1, 3, 0, 1. So this is the matrix of order 2 by 3. This is the rectangular matrix of order 2 by 3. Then how many subsquare matrices are there? So listen, at the time of one column, then you will be getting, this is the square matrix of order 2 by 2. Secondly, of the second column, you will be getting another matrix. Of the third column, you will be getting third matrix. That means it has 3 subsquare matrices. 3 subsquare matrices of order 2 by 2. The word subsquare matrices is quite clear. Okay. Then, how many subsquare matrices of order 1 by 1? A single element is also a matrix of order 1 by 1. So therefore, there are 6 elements. Therefore, there are 6 subsquare matrices of order 1 by 1. Okay. Then, let me turn to, suppose this is the matrix of order 3 by 3. 3, minus 1, 0, 4, 2, 1, minus 1, 3, minus 3. Suppose this is the matrix of order 3 by 3. Then how many sub-square matrices? Listen, a matrix itself, a matrix of order 3 by 3 itself, can be taken as one of the sub-square matrices. Therefore, there are 3 by 3 sub-square matrices or number 1. So therefore, there is a minor of order 3 by 3, number 1. Then how many sub-square matrices of order 2 by 2? Listen, how to find sub-square matrices of order 2 by 2? So take the single element, reject the row and column in which that element lies. That means reject this row, reject this column. So you will be getting this matrix of order 2 by 2. Secondly, take these elements, reject this row and this column. You will be getting the second. So likewise, this process can be repeated 9 times. So therefore, there are 9 minors of order 2 by 2. Of order 2. Simply minor of order 1, minor of order 2, then minor of order 1. So how many sub-square matrices of order 1 by 1? A single element can be regarded as a matrix. So therefore, matrix of order 1 by 1, 9 in number. So this is just regarding the introduction of the matrix. Many things already you people did in your 11th and 12th standard. So in the next lecture, I will continue the next portion.